What's up, guys? This time on Legacy 4x4 we got a nice box of goodies. We're working on the interior of the Dodge, or as I should say, we're finishing up the interior of the Dodge. We're adding some leather Katzkin seats to the stock interior of the 1997 Dodge 2500. As you can see, we got some wiring for the heated seats in there. We have top and bottom heated seats on these, provided by Katzkins. Really looking forward to the install of these. I think they're really going to complete the interior on the Dodge. And, you know, I haven't had seats for like 2 weeks in the Dodge, so I'm going to be really excited about having full sets of seats in there. So, without further ado, let's get started on these seats. I think the first thing we're going to do is tear down this bench and get the bench all lined with leather. Alright, so we got all the seat covers out, and you know, Katzkin doesn't really include instructions for their work because you're supposed to get it installed at an authorized Katzkin dealer, which I am not because I'm working in my home, obviously. So with that being said, we're just going to take out the leather, get the skins on there, try and position them to where everything fits, and we'll just work our way through it. And if I run into a problem or if it's super easy, I'll tell you guys either way, so let's get to it. So it looks like it's got a zipper on it like the front seats do. Makes life super easy. Gonna keep that in mind. And then we're just gonna throw it on and zip up the bottom, and this one will be done. This one looks super easy. A quick note is that I will be cutting out holes for the, you know, for the spade latches that go in the back of the truck, but that'll be last. So let's get this on. Alright, so as you can see, they include a nice heavy-duty zipper on, I think, the back of all their seats. So all you do is zip this up, and it holds everything nice and firm. That's all you gotta do. So let's do it. What you gotta do is fold the fabric over once, that way the zipper lines up. It's kind of counterintuitive when you do it the first time, but after that, it makes sense and it's really easy. So, completely installed. Alright, so that's the top. Let's move on to the bottom. It's just that easy. Looks like we got the same thing. Got a zipper running the whole way through. And we got some fabric on the corners, so I'll be careful with that back corner. Make sure I put that fabric where it's supposed to go, probably around the mounts. This side looks to not be liking one of these sharp corners on one of the springs for the back of it. I'm gonna grind it smooth. Alright, so I found a shortcut. All I did was fold over the corners that are really hard to get over all those mounting bolts, and then I pulled everything tight around the edge of the seat. So that's the way I'm going to do it. Now I just have to unfold these corners and we'll be good to go. Wow, this bottom one was not even near as easy as the top one. I ended up having to put a pair of vice grips on the zipper just to get a better grip to pull it as tight as I wanted to. And I had to cut some of this leather at the very end of the zipper in order to get it to zip all the way, just because the ends were way too tight on this mounting point. You know, I don't blame Katzkins for that. It's, you know, they probably have a generic Dodge model of these seats, and you know, this particulars might have just got washed away. It was off by like ½ an inch. No big deal, I just cut it a little bit. The threads are all there, everything's good in shape. Both of these are zipped up, which means we can take a look at her, get everything nice and pretty, and then we can start to cut the mounting holes in the back as well as the seat lever bolts in the bottom, and then we can go install it. So I'm gonna cut those, put it in the truck, and then I'll show you guys how it looks in the truck. Alright, rear seat's installed. As you can tell, that's how it looks. Really matches with the alligator inserts, the carpet, and you know, also matches with the floor mats. And if we pan up, it matches with that chocolate headliner. So that's the way it's gonna look in there with all those color schemes. Let's get to building the rest of them. Let's knock out the last two seats and reinstall everything and be real happy with our progress. About to tear down the driver's seat. I already did the other one, so this shouldn't take long. I'm gonna go through some step-by-steps as I do it and some tips that I found out that help a lot, help a little, or they never really don't help. So let's get started tearing this one apart and getting it broken down. I'm telling y'all, I'm not kidding about wrestling these things. You gotta wrestle to get them off, but all right, next step is going to be throwing down our heated seats. We have top and bottom heated seats. Comes in the same kit that Katzkin delivers everything else in. Not too hard. Only thing you need in this part are just the heated seat pads and the tape they provided if you're going to use that. Everything else you can leave in the bag until you install it in the truck. Super easy to install. Take off the double-sided tape, throw them on, tape them down, and you're done. Obviously, let the wires sink through the back of the seat, not the top of the seat. That would be a wiring nightmare. They also give you a little bit of Gorilla Tape. I'm just going to throw it down right where the old cable clamps were. I'm not too worried about it going anywhere once the seat skin is in place anyways. So, you know, do whatever you like. Throw some tape on there. Make it stay in place. Not a hard concept. Alright, so now that everything's in place, I'm going to do the top first because that's what I did last time and I found it to be a little easier. So let's get the top ready and throw it on. Same zipper that we always do, and if you haven't done it already, make sure you take off all the accessories like the handle switches for the tilt and the lean, whatever your car or truck has. So try not to fold over the edges as you pull it down because you're going to need those zippers to be, you know, available for use, not folded over like they are in the back. One side at a time, shimmy it down. Same thing we did for the rest of them. I always found the top to be the easiest. That's why I like getting it knocked out of the way. That way I don't have to worry about it ever doing anything weird on me. All right, before we get to the bottom, I like cutting these little seat clamps every few inches. That way they're more flexible. You can get one part in at a time. It's a lot easier to get them on by hand without any special tools. All right, so we got the driver's side in. Heated seat wiring is plugged up all the way to the relay, but instead of just wiring this up, I'm gonna talk you guys through how I'm gonna wire this. So in case you didn't guess, it does not come with instructions, but so coming from that relay, we got a ground wire, a positive wire that goes to the battery, and then a wire that goes to the switch. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw those switches in right under that head unit. I'm also gonna run the grounds to a common ground beneath the dash, as well as run those positive cables to the batteries through the firewall. I'm gonna then route all those wires through the carpet and bring them both up right under where that middle seat's gonna go, and that's how it's gonna be. So I'll check back in when everything's routed and installed, and all we have left is just the relay connections going into both the passenger and driver seats. All right, that's how the wiring looks. That's how I was talking about. It's just going into the carpet right there. Those last two connections right there are gonna be to the heaters in the actual seat, the passenger seat. Got everything running up. It's hidden up in the wire cluster right there. It's already hidden. As you can see, if you look up in there, there's a connection for the switches. As you can see, they work. Got the heated seat on for the driver's side. All right, looking in the engine bay, we got the wires coming from the firewall. Those are the positive. The ground itself is grounded to the dashboard with the common ground, so there's no ground wire coming out here. It's just the positive wire. Got those running to the normal connections, and we got them both on a 15 amp fuse. So that's how those look. Those are installed. We're gonna call those good to go for now, and let's go throw the rest of the seats in, and then we can have a complete car for once. What's up, guys? Came out here to get some nice pictures for Facebook. Ended up finding some mud naturally, but here's how the interior turned out. As you can see, nice mahogany everywhere. Super pretty. Really like the way it vibes. The interior of this truck got a lot smaller when I put all the seats in there, but you know, it is what it is. Let's get some color scheme action in there. We got the seats. We got those leather tan skins on the top of the dash. We got the leather on the top of the dash. We got them on the A-push. We got them on the door. All right, so camera died. That means I can't finish this nice little recording, but that's the end of the video, guys. This is how the seats turned out. I don't know how much of that camera's left on there, but this is how they turned out. All look super wonderful. They all really mesh with the color super well. That's how it looks on the bottom. Everything's real spiffy in here, guys. It is real spiffy and it looks real good in person. So with that being said, I'm gonna call this one done. Until next time, guys, I will see you guys later.